Hello trendy roomies. We bring you another Top 10s movies. Here are top 10 Nollywood movies you might have missed that were released this week. All these movies are on YouTube, and they might interest you to watch out for them. Here are the listing. Number 1. Locked Up in Love. This movie is on Divine Touch TV. The producer and executive producer is Divine Touch. Director is Oscar Nwabayu. Story is written by Kingsley Onyema. It talks about two individuals who went on a blind date and ended up being locked up in a house to get to know themselves because they both hate the idea of love. Cast are Stefania Bassi, Chidi Dyke. It has over 400,000 views. This is a must-watch movie. Number 2. Adogu for Hire. This movie is on Georgina Iber TV. The producer and executive producer is Georgina Iber. Director is Amaya Phillips. Story is written by Ao Emmanuel. It talks about a married couple who did not like their financial situation and decided to scam a rich young girl, but the man ended up falling in love with her. Cast are Uza Arukwe, Georgina Iber, Kenneth Nordike, Linda Osifo. It has over 900,000 views. This is an interesting and lesson-thought movie. Number 3. Back to Sender. This movie is on Lizzie Gold TV. The producer and executive producer is Lizzie Gold. Director is Nellian Chisholm James. Story is written by Adaze Ibechukwu. It talks about a young woman who has the power of a white and pure spirit that is fighting all the evil people in the village. She cares for her family and protects them from any attack. Cast are Lizzie Gold, Emeka Eze. It has over 500,000 views. This is a must-watch and thought-intriguing movie. Number 4. When Love Happens Unexpectedly. This movie is on Ibaka TV. The producer and executive producer is Austin Ogbufi. Director is Stanley Okoro. Story is written by Sylvia Yukahatu. It talks about a man who was about to marry his fiancée, only to find out that the woman doesn't have a womb. He then fell in love with his childhood friends. Cast are Nancy Izaim, Faith Dixon, Priscilla Okpara, Ayo Adesanya, Frankincense Ben. It has over 350,000 views. This is a must-watch movie. Number 5. Love Portion. This movie is on New Nollywood 247 TV. The producer and executive producer is Ruth Kadiri. Director is Mercy Osazua. Story is written by Arma Chris. It talks about a lady that has hot temper and calls a mechanic to lose his sight. Her father then forced her to marry the same mechanic to tame her down with. Cast are Timony Egberson, Ach Montana. It has over 700,000 views. This is an interesting and intriguing movie. Number 6. Malum. This movie is on Boss Lady Flicks TV. The producer and executive producer is Amaka Anioji. Director is Janie Ekanine. Story is written by Chidera Abel. It talks about a man who helped a poor girl, but his girlfriend refused to accept that situation after lying about her own identity. This man then fell in love with the poor girl. Cast are Chidi Dyke, Evany Patrick. It has over 500,000 views. This is a must-watch movie. Number 7. BBL Palava. This movie is on Sandra Okonjua TV. The producer and executive producer is Sandra Okonjua. Director is Jisi Naki. Story is written by Judith Ejiofor. It talks about a lady who is an influencer and wanted to get more traffic to her pages for plastic surgery, but ended up being a botched. She borrowed money that could not be paid back. Cast are Deza the Great, Bolaji Ogunmila, Sandra Okonjua. It has over 750,000 views. This is an interesting and fun movie. Number 8. More Than Marriage. This movie is on Ach Montana TV. The producer and executive producer is Ach Montana. Director is Jisi Nucky. Story is written by Onyi Cindy. It talks about a married woman who has refused to do her duties in her home. Their maid took the husband from her, and she learnt her lesson the hard way, only to realize she had a bad dream about her nasty attitude. Cast are Rhea Modi, So, Uch Montana. It has over 1 million views. This is a must-watch movie. Number 9, The Proxy. This movie is on Eddie Watson TV. The producer is Uche Agbo and executive producer is Eddie Watson. Director is Great Val Edeke. Story is written by Kretus Penn. It talks about a man who refused to get married, but he later did. He refused to touch his wife. His wife slept with his father and got pregnant for him. He regretted ever getting married in the first place. Cast are Eddie Watson, Ruth Kadiri, Tony Umez. It has over 550,000 views. This is a must-watch movie. Number 10, Perfect Husband. This movie is on Lemon Nolly TV. The producer and executive producer is Aluchi Afundu. Director is Diamond Cater. Story is written by Judith Ejiofor. It talks about a married couple who always fight because the woman hates her husband for not being attracted to him sexually. The man then divorced her to fall in love with another man. Cast are Sarian Martin, Kenneth Modike, Miracle Godwin. It has over 400,000 views. This is a lesson thought movie. Thanks for watching. The Trendy Room brings you more top 10s, your number 1 channel for movie recommendations. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, Trendy Roomies.